Welcome to Net Hustle, the channel where real skills meet real income, and we break down how to escape the 9-to-5 and build a digital business on your own terms. Today we're talking about a move that most people overlook in the online space, and it's the opposite of what the internet is always telling you to do. Everyone's saying, build in public. Talk about everything you're working on. Share the journey. Let the world watch. And sure, transparency has value. But there's another strategy that's gaining quiet momentum right now. It's called stealth building, and it's how the smartest digital entrepreneurs are stacking assets, building leverage, and locking in long-term income without anyone even knowing their name. They're not posting every day. They're not chasing engagement. They're not getting caught in audience drama. They're building in silence. And when they finally step into the light, it's not with a project. It's with a machine. So let's break down why building in silence is so powerful, and how you can use this strategy to create something massive without the noise. First, let's talk about energy. Creating content daily, staying visible, and constantly sharing your process burns attention. Not just from others, from you. The more you perform, the more pressure you feel. You start measuring your worth by views, likes, and replies. Your brain gets addicted to validation, and you start creating for feedback, not for function. But when you build quietly, there's no performance pressure. You're not optimizing for algorithms. You're optimizing for outcomes. You're designing offers, building systems, writing funnels, or creating products without distraction. This is what deep work looks like, and deep work builds deep results. Now let's talk positioning. When you're constantly talking about your next move, you're often giving away leverage. You're telling the market what you're doing before you've even figured it out yourself. You're setting expectations before the product is ready. You're building hype before you've built the engine. But when you work silently, you keep the leverage on your side. You're not promising anything. You're not overexposing the idea. You're building something that works, and letting it speak for itself later. Because when the system is dialed, you don't have to shout. You can drop, not beg. You can launch, not explain. And that changes how people respond. Stealth builders let results speak louder than noise. Let's look at the mental game. The biggest advantage of silent building is focus. You're not distracted by comparisons. You're not stuck chasing trends. You're not editing your vision based on what's performing. You stay grounded in your plan, not the crowd. Maybe you're building a niche product for a specific market. Maybe you're building a faceless YouTube channel. Maybe you're stacking email leads behind the scenes with zero social proof. Maybe you're reinvesting profits into systems while everyone else is chasing followers. That silence becomes your edge. It gives you time to build something real, without pressure to look successful before you are successful. Now let's address the obvious. Silence doesn't mean secrecy forever. It means building in isolation now to build independence later. You don't stay hidden. You just wait until you're ready to show up strong. When the product is tested. When the funnel is clean. When the numbers are locked. When your back end is humming and your strategy is dialed. That's when you start showing people what you built. And when you do, it hits different, because it's not hype. It's proof. People respond to power that doesn't need to beg for attention. They see a machine running, and they want to know how it works. That's magnetic. Now here's the part most creators never realize. Building in silence allows you to fail faster. Without the spotlight on, you can test, break, rebuild, and iterate without shame. You don't have to protect a public image. You don't have to justify every pivot. You can scrap the wrong idea and shift into the right one, with zero external friction. It's like training in the dark. You get sharper, more precise, less reactive. By the time people see you, you've already gone through 10 rounds of refinement. And the version they see, it's battle tested. So how do you use this? Start by defining your quiet objective. What are you building behind the scenes that no one needs to know about yet? That might be your first evergreen product, your first faceless channel, your client back-end system, a niche site, a low-key lead magnet funnel, or even a full-blown course brand that isn't connected to your personal name. Whatever it is, give it a container and commit to building without talking. Decide how long you'll build before you share. 30 days, 60 days, 90. Then go all in. No public pressure, no over-explanation, no audience feedback loop. Just pure strategy, execution, and refinement. Track your numbers privately. Test quietly. Tweak constantly. And prepare for a clean reveal once you're ready to flip the switch. That's stealth building. And it's how some of the best in the game go from invisible to undeniable, seemingly overnight. They weren't overnight successes. They were off-grid systems, launched when ready, not when thirsty. Let's wrap this up. In a world that rewards loud, fast, and reactive, there's power in being quiet, slow, and intentional. You don't have to perform to be valid. You don't have to share every step to be building something great. Sometimes, the strongest move you can make is to work in silence, and let the results do the talking later. Because when you launch from power, not pressure, everything lands harder. Subscribe to Net Hustle for more unconventional game plans, stealth growth strategies, and quiet power plays to help you build real freedom online, without burning out in public. We'll see you in the next one.